Hi there, everybody. It's James, and welcome back to Corby Town. Not at the start of the season, but at a different game that we have not been a part of yet. I've been done a lot of the off season, most of the off season now. We're actually back on the 14th of August because we are participating, competition-wise, in the European Supercup, which is us versus Liverpool. Us winning the Champions League, Liverpool winning the Europa League. So I thought, this is one that we haven't seen us take part in. Why not do it? And so yeah, there we go. We've got a few other things to talk about. Number one, the Community Shield. We won. Hey, Valdson got the goal. It was great. Caballero Cup, we are in, but it's not important. This one is also not important, but as you can see here, board is pretty aggressive now. They don't care about the Caballero Cup or the European Super Cup, but they want us to win the Champions League, win the FA Cup, and win the Premier League. Now, we've had one game in the Premier League, and it was a 4-0 demolition of Middlesbrough, with Brum, Gillette getting a brace, scoring a penalty. Way to go, Yannick. You did it. You scored a pen. And then Diego Martin. And then before that, we had Valdison score in the Community Shield against Manchester United. And that's right, folks. That's right. We beat Manchester United. How wonderful is that? Preseason went good, undefeated, got a lot of goals, didn't lose too many. It was nice, let's be honest. But there were transfers. And I know what you guys are probably thinking. James, what do you mean there was transfers? There's always transfers. Yes, that's true. Now, let's talk about last year's stuff, or the stuff that happened before the tick over. Juan Rodriguez went on loan to Celtic, and Kwanabe Asane went on loan to, is that Dundee? Dundee. Also, face pack messed up again, so I had to redo some of the faces. People are going to look different, but they're just aging. Am I right? I'm right. They're just aging. Iago. Yeah, Iago. We also brought in Ismaili Yamps. Now, I want to talk about this guy from Besiktas. James, why are you bringing in another striker? You've got so many strikers. Number one, I don't believe you can ever have too many good strikers. But number two, he's got 18 dribbling. He's got 16 for finishing. He's got 17 first touch, 16 technique, 16 composure, 17 anticipation, good aggression, flair off the ball, work rate, jumping reach 19. Balance of 17, pace 15, acceleration 15, stamina, some good strength, free kick, heading, long shots. He's 6'8". The man is a tree post. This is the striker that I wanted. Let's just compare him with Yannick. Right? Both are advanced forwards. Yannick, obviously, super stud. But this is a guy who we can bring in at the end of a game. If we need to go two strikers, with Yannick being either the complete forward or the advanced forward, right? And this guy is the target man. You just lump the ball forward at this guy, and he can knock it down. I mean, yeah, 17, Yannick has better heading, but the jumping reach is no question, and he's got stamina to boot, and he's 6'8". He's 8 inches taller than most people. He's a change of pace kind of striker, which I like. And we got him on a deal, so he's resolute, he's got skill, he's got good jumper. I mean, he's a good player. He's a very good player. Meanwhile, like, Yannick is world class. I mean, so yeah, and Donny Jurgen, by the way, is not slumping either. He's like a leading striker for most Premier Leagues too. I was looking at trying to get him alone, but, not so much. So, other ins. We'll talk about the ins before the outs, and I know you're going to see a couple of big names there, and we'll talk about that. First in on a free, Lago, who we immediately took and loaned to our affiliate club in Croatia. Just a guy to fill the bench, a guy to kind of generate some income off of, and we got him in on a free. And he's a 19-year-old Italian midfielder who could be something, could not be, but he's free and he's not a nothing contract. Next is this boy, a left and right midfielder called Tom Appel. Now, I picked him up mainly because I saw Arsenal put a bid in for him. And this isn't really necessarily of we needed a right winger or a guy who could play right and left wing, though it never hurts. It was more of I didn't want Arsenal to get this guy. And he's not bad. Runs down the ball, runs with the ball down the right, gets forward whenever possible, knocks ball past the opponent, 6'1", pace and acceleration of 17, good and agile. He's got some crossing, dribbling, first touch about him, some technique, some passing. You know, as an inside forward or as a winger on attack, he does the job, and he does it really well. And he's 19, and he's already got one cap for Germany, so it was worth the punt. This guy, Mitsuri Fukushima, who we'd had on a while, has finally come in. He is a highly rated Japanese right back who we have immediately gone and loaned to Burnley, who's in the Premier League. And he's going to be playing as a starting right back in the Premier League this season, getting a lot of good experience. I think he's got a lot to like about him. They currently show him as a fullback as support. Obviously, we'd want to play him to play as a wing back on attack. But his work rate, tackling, technique, defensively, he's solid. He just has to develop that crossing a little bit, and he will be great. Obviously, Maine only has 12, but Maine Medov is also a machine. But he's a guy for the future, and he's only 18, and he's going to stay in England, which means hopefully citizenship, work rate, training club, training country, etc., etc. And then finally, this guy was a reaction to something else, and we've probably seen us look at him for a while. This is Julian Guilherme, a 6'4" center back who could play as a ball-playing defender or a deep-line playmaker and defend, and could also play the right back. Kind of like play up and down the spine. They have him listed as a good player for most Premier League sides. Not a good finisher, but besides from that, he's really strong. Started at Toulouse, then went to Palma, and then we were able to bring him in for 36 million? I think it's solid. He's got a lot of good attributes, good passing, marking, tackling, technique. I mean, first touch heading. He's not going to blow anybody away with those defending stats, but he's decent physically, good in the air. Has a lot of the mental abilities you want for center backs. You look at him compared to, where's Guilherme? Edison, who is our top tier center back. Edison is a little bit more physically dominant, but the mental sides and they're different kind of players, which I like, and it provides a little bit of difference. He's also a little bit older. He's took the squad player role. He doesn't want to be a freaking starter. So yeah, that's good. Now for the outs, and I know you see it right at the top. Mark Koch. By the way, I love his picture there. Has gone to Real Madrid for 120 million pounds. I wasn't gonna say no to that kind of. I love Mark. He was great, but he also was unhappy. And let's be honest, he only played for us 20 times in the league, 35 times all time. He was good, but he wasn't crazy good. And a guy that we got on a free and developed to go to Real Madrid for 120 million, I think that's fair business, as much as we love him. Also, Kieran K, our attacking midfielder, he went to Real Madrid for 35 million. Once again, a guy who developed through our academy, played for us only 26 times in his career, and now is playing for Real Madrid. I think that's good business as well. Alan Milenkovic, you guys probably remember our Bosnian right winger who we had great hopes for and just never really developed, and then also developed an inconsistency and in a fear of big matches. We sent to Mainz. I think it's kind of funny because he probably, Fortuna Dusseldorf is that team. And then Daniel Truman, who is the kind of left and right back rotational guy that we picked up for 1.5 million. We turned around and sold for 4.1. I think it's good business. Just turn around on a guy we don't need. Jonathan has left on a free, and then Mihails Gewit left on a free as well, and then just a ton of loans. getting a lot of fees. Johan Reyes is going to be playing as a cup goalkeeper. Nganwe has gone to Besiktas. Bencroft is at St. Etienne. 3 players gone to Blackburn. Richard Broadbent, who's going to be playing as right back. Alexander Levy, which I think is playing as their left back. And then Marcus Agutson, who will be taking care of the attacking midfield position. Just, once again, loaning a lot of guys out, just trying to keep people happy, trying to get this. Nick Lloyd, I think, is going to be a serious striker in like a year or so, and be a good English backup option. And then some other guys that we just kind of don't care about, that we wanted to really just kind of get out and get some game time. Jean Lucas. Antunes Miranda, who is going to be a superstar, I can already tell you. Deep line playmaker. But I didn't have room for him in the squad this year, so Barcelona have taken him or making him a regular starter. He's playing for Barcelona in La Liga this year. I think that'll be a great step up for him. And Lucas Lefebvre is playing for Celtic. So he'll be getting some Champions League/Europa League football. So that's all the transfers. Inter came in for Andre Carnaval for 92. And he said, no, I don't want to go there. And I was like, yes, Andre. And then Edison Z wanted to go to Zebra. I wanted a loan fee for him. Just once again, to get game time. He's going to be good. He's going to be a wonder kid, but we're stacked in a lot of positions. I'm still trying to get, look, even with this, how many players do we have? Still a 31-man squad. We need to shrink this down a little bit more. Now, I can probably send, like, Tom down. I can probably also send Gaston down. That only takes us to 29. And we still have a lot of things. So, like, Chris Hewitt, I think I'm trying to get rid of because it's time for him to go. Yeah, it's just rough thinking about this kind of stuff. We also still have guys like Lamont, who's, our only left-sided, I think he's our only left-sided center back. Oliveira, who we want to get a lot of game time, who tore it up last year in freaking Ligue 1. So I want to have him play in a lot more of the year. We've got Fernando Jamie. Brum is still here. Carnival. We've got a stacked squad. Even look, Don Jurgen is 3.5 stars. He already has English second nationality, and they already list him as a good Premier League player. He's only made 32 appearances for us because he's stuck behind Yannick. So there's going to be more transfers, I think, leading up to this. But we are here to play in the Supercup, and I'm playing a fully rotated squad because we've got a Premier League game, and this competition doesn't matter to the board. So why not let these guys get some International Cup experience? So we've got Brum, Valencio, Casco, Grosjean, Silvar, Ulysses, who is back in the team, and he's a rotational option. He's rotation. He can play as a deep line playmaker, he can play as an advanced playmaker, he can play as an inside winger, or he can play as a deep line forward. That Hope is playing, Robinson is playing, Scrivener is playing, and Jurgen is playing. Now, you think about this, all these guys, Premier League player, world-class player, Premier League, leading Premier League player, Premier League player. Leonard Augusto is probably one of our weaker ones. And he is a good player for Premier League size. Silvar, Premier League. Grosjean, Premier League. Casco, Premier League. He is wanted on loan by those guys, and I'd be happy to let him go. Veracano, Premier League. And Brum, Premier League. This is a squad that could go out and do very well in the Premier League. And they're pretty much our second option team. They're our reserve. They're almost our reserve. Our reserves and bench players right here. Going up against Liverpool's starting 11. I believe he's capable. I think he can last the full match. Yeah. Look, it's Liverpool. Ambrose is there. It's their best 11, and we're playing our rotated squad. John Hope gets the armband. He's worth it. I think the World Cup happened, and if you guys want it, here, comment in the section below. If you guys want just a one-off video talking about how the World Cup went this year, we can talk about it. Because there was an entire World Cup this summer that most of our guys were playing in, and the results are pretty interesting, especially to see where the players in our teams lined up. So, let me know if you guys want to see that or not. Like, comment, subscribe, and do all the other stuff below. I can say that in the middle of this video. As 7 minutes in, we are looking at Liverpool just knocking the ball around. Win that. Nope. Okay. Trent on Silvar. Trent playing more wing-backy this time. He's got to be really freaking old now, Trent. As they're pushing it forward. Trent again. Silvar doesn't quite have it. Blocked off. Ooh. That's a tough break. A good bounce back to the other Liverpool team, but that's all it is. You look at this kind of play. All right. Let's figure out what we're doing here, computer. Ambrose, Castellanos. He's covered off. Brum just parries it, but he parries it back into the center of the... I think he parries it onto his bar, and it just unfortunately bounces back in. Well, anyways, we'll just demand more of the team. Like you do. As Liverpool have had 2 shots on target. And Kwande to Jean Carlos. Ball deep. Casco wins this one. Ulysses finds Scrivener, and he can't make the finish on that volley. I don't know why Scribs likes using his weaker foot. He is right-footed, but that was a left-handed shot. All right, ball out. Can we tackle? Casco, good header back here to Brum, who can pick it up if he wants to, but decides he wants to go to Valsano, who finds Robinson, who can definitely beat his man, except when he gets slid tackling like that. Now these guys go back in. Valsano finds Robinson again, who's got Jurgen in the channel. Jurgen's got to square this up, and he does. And booted clear. Was this a free kick? Yep, free kick. In, Ulysses clears, and that's it. Okay. Pretty mundane start here, you'd have to say. As we're waiting for something, really anything to happen on our side. Ball Valencio blocks, gets cleared. Jurgen flicks it forward, doesn't really find anybody. They're going to knock it around. Ball's over there. Okay. Nobody is there to block off Musa. Ball in, blocked, shan't show. And corner to them. I have to keep reminding myself, this is not our starting 11. This is literally the reserve team, Jim. This is the reserve team. We don't expect them to go out there and boss this match. We expect them to go out there and be competitive, which, you know, they are. The XG isn't great, but they're competitive. And it's also to see some of the actually there's no new signings in here, is there? Yeah, none of the players in here are new signings. We just want to see a few of the new guys, a few of the other players that we didn't see a lot of last year. Hope, ooh, Ulysses, Silvar. Hey, we got him back. Is that his first goal for the club ever? I don't know. But that's a nice little build-up play. Valencio gets it to Hope. Hope finds Ulysses. Ulysses, killer ball through to Silvar, who just guides it into the lower left-hand corner. And we get parity once again. And a good strike. I mean, you don't really see your left back have that kind of calm of a finish, but, you know, kept his head. Well done. And look, we're tied again, just like that. Like I said, don't take this seriously. As Hope and... Is there a brawl? Did, like, Jurgen and Hope decide they wanted to fight each other or something? Interesting. The fans have been fantastic. You have the ability to go out there and do it. You have the ability to go out there and do it. You have the ability to go out there and do it. Let's make a couple of changes. Let's make the changes that the fans want to see. Ba-ba-dum. And ba-ba-dum. It's what the people want to see. Actually, no. Back. Tactics. No, let's undo Valdi. Let's bring Ulysses up. And let's bring Oviera on as the deep line playmaker. Let's get him going. And you are better as... Well, you can do both. Let's play you as an advanced playmaker on support. Start the second half. I mean, these are the people... Yannick is definitely one of the guys people have come to see. Scrivener just... Okay, Scribs. Yeah. Get yourself a yellow card. 6.3. I'm going to have to bring a Mitrovic on. Or Valdi. All depends. It all depends. As we look here. This is we're in Eindhoven. Oh, we're in Holland. Nice. Nice. This is a nice place to be, as it's finally a throw into them. The first highlight of this half. It looks like we've got them. Leonard Augusto has a nibble. Musa is there. Broncoli. Musa again. Trent. Oh! I don't know how Trent gets the assist for that. Given, it's blocked. Let's watch this. Musa, De Bertocchi. I'm just going to hold Broccoli. Trent sends it in. It is blocked by one of our players. What do I like? These guys not picking up anyway. You guys see that? Like, they weren't picking up the man. They were just staying on the corner. Let's demand more. And just see what happens. Kionde. Why don't we get up close there and maybe make a tackle here, guys? Yep. Wingback pushed up too high. Center back is forced to come over, but in the end, it's a comfortable save for Brum. Not making any other changes just yet. Still waiting because demand more is still in effect. Is he aggressive or he's frustrated? 1, 2, 3, 4. 6 yellow cards for our team now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. Scrivener is going to come off for Valdison. Going to confirm. And I think we'll push Ulysses out there and we'll bring Valdison as his normal attacking midfield on support. Now, Ulysses is best as... Oh, he's good there. But let's bring these guys as inside forwards on attack. And we'll demand more once more. Yannick closes that one down. Grashi to Silvar, who... Ulysses, Gillett, Oliveira, Silvar. Oliveira, can he find a beautiful pass to Robinson? Alex makes the save. But Oliveira, that was a hell of a pass here. Now Robinson sends the ball in. It's cleared quite easily. Now we've got some quicker legs here, and I know they've been making their changes as well, but they've been playing with their star players the entire time. As Castellano, that is not offside. I'm pretty sure he looked like it. Ball in, Grashi, Robinson, find Gillette. Okay, don't find Gillette. Take it, I hate that. That I do not like. He had Gillette in. It would have been a difficult pass, but he could have done it. Nope. Still can't demand more yet. As this game, unless something magical happens, is going to end in just a simple 2-1 loss. Once again, I have to keep telling myself it's not disappointed. Far from pleased with that result. I'm going to get fined too because we had like 6 yellow cuts. How do you feel? It's such a disappointment. I'm proud it wasn't today, but we have a bright future. The referee had a lot of work today. I'd rather not discuss that now. Kind of don't care. Rejected. European Supercup. Still get that. I didn't slam the team. I just told them I was unhappy with how they were playing. We'll send Pepe. By the way, Gattuso is the Italy manager, so it was difficult. And we're working at trying to sign him, but trying to get him to convince him to take an assistant role is kind of difficult. By the way, what was that? Oh, Inter made the, yeah. Oh, well. So, let's talk here. Competitions schedule. When do we want to come back? Well, we've got a lot we're doing now. When is the draw for... That's cool. When is the draw? August 29th. When's the schedule? We'll come back for the draw and Arsenal. I think that's a fair time. Because Watford and Burnley, I don't think are going to be too worried. But Arsenal have been a good team this year. So I think that's where we'll come back for. So until then, I've been James. You've been you. This has been Corby Town. And I'll see you all in the next video. Have a good one. Bye-bye.